Welcome to Sheikh Hamdan's official channel, a place where poetry breathes, emotions speak, and every word carries the echo of a sincere heart. Recently, something extraordinary captured the attention of poetry lovers and admirers around the world. Sheikh Hamdan, known to many as Fazza, shared emotional reflections that felt deeper than his usual poetic expressions. His words sounded less like distant poetry and more like a quiet confession from a heart that had been holding memories for a very long time. In that moment, people felt that the Prince poet was finally opening a hidden chapter of his life. Many followers began wondering about the mysterious woman behind this untold story. Was she someone who had inspired his earliest poems? Was she a quiet memory that never truly faded from his heart? While Fazza did not reveal every detail, his emotional words painted the outline of a connection that had once meant everything to him. In his poetic reflections, the woman seemed more like a memory glowing softly in the distance than a figure standing in the present. She represented a chapter of life filled with hope, innocence, and dreams that once felt limitless. Sometimes love does not disappear, it simply becomes a quiet part of the heart's landscape. This revelation also reminded many people that even those who appear strong and composed carry untold emotional stories. Behind royal responsibilities and public admiration, Sheikh Hamdan remains a human being who has experienced love, longing, and reflection just like anyone else. His willingness to express these feelings makes his poetry even more powerful. The world has always admired Fazza not only as a prince but as a poet who understands the delicate language of emotions. His poetry never feels artificial. Instead, it flows naturally from the experiences and thoughts that shape his life. When he writes about love, people sense that those feelings come from genuine moments lived and remembered. In revealing fragments of this untold love story, Sheikh Hamdan also showed a quiet kind of courage. Opening one's heart in front of the world requires vulnerability, and vulnerability often carries risk. Yet his words did not appear afraid. They sounded peaceful, as if he had finally made peace with memories that once carried great emotional weight. For listeners and readers, the story felt universal. Everyone has at least one chapter of love that lives quietly within their past. Some stories end with togetherness, while others remain unfinished yet unforgettable. Fazza's words reminded people that even unfinished love can leave behind beautiful memories. The emotional atmosphere created by his message felt almost cinematic. One could imagine a quiet evening in the desert, the sky turning shades of deep orange and violet while the wind carries the poet's thoughts across endless dunes. In such silence, memories become louder than voices. Through this moment of reflection, Sheikh Hamdan also showed how poetry allows the heart to speak when ordinary language feels insufficient. Poetry gives shape to feelings that are otherwise impossible to explain. It transforms personal experiences into something universal that thousands of people can understand. Perhaps that is why his revelation touched so many hearts. It was not only about a prince remembering love, it was about a human being acknowledging a meaningful chapter of his life. His words became a reminder that love, whether present or past, leaves a permanent imprint on the soul. And so, the untold love story of Fazza does not feel like a secret anymore. Instead, it feels like a gentle memory shared with the world, a moment where the poet allowed people to see the quiet emotions behind his strength. Through his heartfelt words, Sheikh Hamdan reminded everyone that love stories do not need to be perfect to be meaningful. Sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that remain softly written within the heart. Now let us step into the emotional spirit of this story through a poem inspired by those heartfelt reflections. Poem,
A memory walked quietly through my thoughts tonight like footsteps returning across forgotten sand. I once knew a heart that spoke my language before the world grew louder around us. Her laughter lived in the calm of my days, a melody softer than desert wind. We dreamed beneath skies full of silver stars, believing time would never separate us, but destiny writes stories differently even for hearts that promise forever. Distance arrived without asking permission, and silence slowly replaced our words. Yet some love never truly leaves, it becomes a quiet room within the soul. Years may pass like shifting dunes, but memories remain carved in the heart. Sometimes I hear her voice in the wind calling from a chapter time could not erase. Not every love story ends in goodbye, some continue living through remembrance. I carry no regret within these thoughts, only gratitude for a beautiful moment. She was the sunrise of a younger heart, a light that once guided my dreams. Though paths have changed and years have grown, the memory still walks beside me. Love does not disappear when stories close, it simply becomes a part of who we are. And tonight, beneath this endless sky, I finally let the world hear its echo. The opening stanzas of the poem gently introduce a memory returning after a long silence. When Fazza describes a memory walking quietly through his thoughts like footsteps across forgotten sand, it symbolizes how love from the past can suddenly reappear in the heart even after years have passed. The desert imagery reflects calmness and solitude, suggesting that this memory visits him during peaceful moments when the mind becomes quiet enough to listen to the whispers of the past. The next stanzas speak about a connection that once felt natural and deeply understood. When he says he once knew a heart that spoke his language, it reveals the rare beauty of meeting someone who understands emotions without needing many words. The laughter and warmth he remembers symbolize the comfort and happiness that love can bring. These lines paint a picture of a time when life felt simpler, and two souls believed their dreams would remain together forever. As the poem moves forward, a shift in emotion appears. The lines about destiny writing stories differently remind us that life does not always follow the plans made by hopeful hearts. Sometimes circumstances, responsibilities, or unexpected paths separate people who once shared deep affection. Fazza expresses this moment not with bitterness but with acceptance, acknowledging that some love stories change direction even when the feelings remain sincere. Another powerful idea appears when he says that some love never truly leaves but becomes a quiet room within the soul. This metaphor suggests that certain people remain part of our emotional world forever. Even if they are no longer present in daily life, their memory becomes a peaceful space within the heart where gratitude and reflection live. It shows how love can transform rather than disappear. The later stanzas reveal maturity and emotional growth. Instead of regret or sadness, Fazza expresses appreciation for the moments that once existed. By describing the woman as the sunrise of a younger heart, he acknowledges that she was part of a beautiful chapter that helped shape who he became. The sunrise image symbolizes hope, inspiration, and the beginning of dreams during an earlier stage of life. The final lines bring the entire emotional journey to a calm and